Hello and welcome to Your TV COVID-19 Update. I'm Robert Scoosland, Programming and Community Relations Manager here at Your TV. We're going to be doing a daily show here, Monday through Friday, 12 p.m., 5 p.m., and 10 p.m., bringing you the latest on the COVID-19 update here in Windsor. Our first guest today on our inaugural show is Mayor Drew Dilkens, the Mayor of the City of Windsor. Drew, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Robert.
I guess the first question for you is, how are you doing? How's your family after your trip abroad?
Well, thanks for asking. We are all 100%. We all feel great. We never showed any signs. I never had any symptoms or anything. Today is the last day of our 14-day isolation. And although I would say I'm really anxious to run out of the house, I'm still being very cautious. We'll only go out for essential needs. And of course, I have to go to City Hall to check in and make sure the city's continuing to function. But my wife will continue to work from home. My daughter's university classes are now all online. And of course, my son, who's in high school, the schools are closed right now as they adapt to online learning for next week. So things are good. And we hope everyone else is well also.
Oh, that's terrific. Yeah, it's something that we all have to do our part in. Yeah, you did declare a state of emergency in the city, as all cities and provinces and everyone's doing. How is that working out? I know there's various things, like, for instance, the playgrounds have been shut down. People still need their exercise. How are the trails and parks for people walking and getting some exercise?
Yeah, so those are still all wide open. So trails and the parks themselves are open. What we did is we closed the playgrounds themselves down to try and limit the number of kids and families that would be gathering in one sort of tight space. Of course, we're just doing everything we can to have to limit try and limit the transmission and the spread of the virus. And, some of the decisions I've had to make that are granted to mayors under the authority of declaring the emergency under the Emergencies Act, such as transit. Listen, these are hard decisions to make. I mean, none of us, no politician ever knocked on someone's door to say, I want to try and shut the economy down and make it more difficult for you to get around and make your life more difficult. That's not what we're here to do. And so these decisions we take very, very seriously, and we make them with all of the considerations that should be factored in when you're deciding to shut down something like a transit system or a playground or parks or arenas or community centers or pools, the other things that we've closed down. And so you listen to the best advice, you listen to your public health officer, you listen to some of the employers, you talk to other mayors, and then you watch what's going on around you. And it's really hard to ignore that, we started with 1 and then 2 cases and then 3, and every day it seemed to sort of inch up by 1. Well, now we're starting to see the spread through community transmission. So we've gone from 10 to 25 to 44, and the numbers based on what's happening elsewhere in the world will likely continue to expand exponentially. And so we got to do all we can. Each of us has a shared responsibility to help really try and lessen the spread of this virus.
I found it interesting, one of the press releases that came out about garbage and people making sure that they don't assist the garbage men if they have any heavier items, and also to make sure that when they put them in their hard containers, that they have them in bags, not just loose garbage in a container.
Yeah, just best practices. And of course, more people are home now. So they see someone come to their house and they see a garbage man and they want some interaction. They want to go out and help. And although it's a respectable thing that people want to do at this time, we certainly ask, please, just stay away from the garbage men, let them do their job. And we haven't got to the point where we're allowing widespread spring cleaning and picking everything up. It's another phenomenon that we've seen, with some folks thinking that this is like a basement flood where you can put anything out and we're going to pick it up. But there's still the normal rules in place, and we just ask everyone to respect those rules.
Very good. I also saw that City Council, they've canceled your April 6th meeting, but you are able to meet electronically. How is that going? Do you have anything planned for the future?
Yeah, we do. I will probably be meeting this Wednesday. We're just getting a couple of reports together for City Council's consideration. I won't lie to you and try and sugarcoat it. It's a little clumsy meeting electronically, but we're figuring it out. We're getting the business done. It's still transparent. You can still log into our webcast feed and listen to the business being conducted. We're trying to minimize the types of reports that would be put on the agenda we don't want to put things on the agenda and not have the public with the ability to sort of participate. So we're taking off some of those non-essential items just to get through the important business for the next month or so.
Excellent. One of the initiatives that I saw you brought out was Takeout Tuesday. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how that's going? And I did participate last Tuesday from Armando's.
Well, very good. Thank you for doing that. And so we know, I know, everyone knows that, small business families have been impacted greatly. And we have people receiving layoff notices, people having to take salary cuts, my own family included, having to take salary cuts to continue with a position through this very difficult time, and with employers just trying to cut back. And so Takeout Tuesday was really an effort to help small business, help the service business in the community survive, help them to get through, recognizing you can only do takeout, you can only do delivery, but you can still buy gift cards as well. And let me say right at the outset that I know this isn't right for everyone because of those layoffs, because of things that are happening in the community. People may want to participate, but they're conserving cash and it's just not right for them right now. I get that. And so to the extent that you can participate, the extent that you can help out these small businesses at this particular time, and you want to do takeout, that's great. If you don't want to leave the house and you want to self-isolate, you can still do delivery to the door. Or if you just want to buy a gift card for another time or to give to someone else, that would be appreciated too, because it helps with the cash flow with these small businesses who we want to help support, because whether this is 3 weeks or 3 months before this ends, we need them there at the end of the day, and we want to make sure we can help them get there.
Yeah. We're almost out of time, Drew. Just lastly, is there anything you'd like to say to our first responders and doctors and nurses and even the grocery stores and pharmacies who are open to assist the general public?
Yeah, this has been a difficult time for everyone, including all of the folks that you just mentioned. And I fear, not because I know anything different, but just putting all the pieces together and watching how this unfolded in other parts of the world, that it will get worse before it gets better. So all of those folks who are going to work at a hospital, all of those folks who are making sure the grocery stores are stocked, our police, our ambulance, our firefighters, all of those people who are out making sure we can still continue getting the necessities of life. I want to thank you on behalf of all of the residents of the city. I know this is a very difficult time, and we're all working through this together. And at the end of the day, we will come out. We will come out. We'll be stronger together, and we still have to be neighbors and friends and family and interact with one another when this is all done, and we will do that. So let's help each other along the way, because we'll have that great sense of goodwill and spirit like Windsorites are used to doing. Let's leave that goodwill and that spirit as we move along and get to the other end, because when it's all done, we'll be celebrating together as well.
Drew, thanks for your time. Really appreciate it. Stay well and stay safe.
Thanks, Robert. You too.
That was Mayor Drew Dilkens. And thanks for watching our inaugural show. We'll be back tomorrow, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. with repeat, or at 12 p.m. with repeats at 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. Stay well, stay safe.